Welcome all to your daily dose of mentorship. We are starting our mentorship sessions where we will be discussing on a daily basis how you can proceed with your UPSC journey. This will be a roadmap starting from beginner to advanced level. So firstly, let's talk about the problem. What is the problem in UPSC preparation? Like the main problem that candidates face is there is an overload of resources in the market, right? अब तो वैसे भी चैट जीपीटी एंड एआई आ गया है. So there are a lot of resources, too many books in the market, and students generally, disorient with respect to the direction that should be followed. Now there's no strategy and no clarity about the examination pattern as well. Like there are many students who don't even read the syllabus before starting the UPSC preparation. So this is the main problem that students face in the starting journey. Now we are going to present the solution. What is the solution to these problems? First solution is the syllabus. You have to read the syllabus thoroughly. You have to memorize the syllabus, both prelims and main syllabus as well, so that you know what you need to read and what you need to skip, right? Then secondly, we need to focus on the NCRTs to build the foundation. Once we read the NCRTs, we will gather a lot of basic foundational content that we need uh, in order to proceed to the standard books. Third step will be standard books. Standard books for polity like Lakshmikant. Then we have Spectrum for modern history. Right? There are a lot of standard books which we will be recommending to you in the upcoming sessions. Then we will move on to the current affairs part. Okay, and then we will focus on practice. So practice will involve both MCQ practice and answer writing practice as well. We will try to teach you in the sessions how to frame an answer, how to attempt the question within 7 minutes for a 10 marker, right? So these all strategies will be covered thoroughly in the upcoming sessions. Now let's look at the UPSC exam structure. First stage is the prelim stage where we have two exams. One is GS and other is CSAT. You must be aware that CSAT is qualifying in nature. You only need to score 33% of the marks. But right now, the level of questions being asked in CSAT is getting quite difficult with every year. So CSAT is not something that you can ignore, right? Then we have mains exam and interview. Mains is mostly answer writing, and then interview is a personality test. This is the exam structure for UPSC. Now, step one, we need to understand the exam thoroughly. So, what students do is preparing prelims and mains in silos. Like there is a lack of integration in their preparation. What students think is prelims is MCQ nature and mains is answer writing. So, it is completely different, but that is not the case. You need to focus on the concepts and application part at the same time. So in this way, you will achieve integrated preparation, right? You need to focus both aspects at the same time. Now, decoding the syllabus. See, syllabus is the Bible for UPSC aspirants. Whatever key terms, whatever aspects are written in the syllabus should be memorized by the students thoroughly. For instance, let's say you are reading the Hindu newspaper and there is a lot of uh, news on the political aspects. Now, what students would do, they would waste their time in reading those unimportant aspects. Right? It is only when you read all the parts of the syllabus you will know what to read and what to skip. Right? Syllabus will do that work for you. So, try to read the complete syllabus. If possible, you can stick the printout of the syllabus in your room so that the first thing in the morning you see the syllabus, right? Next step would be strategy for NCRTs. You should focus on 6 to 12th NCRTs for different subjects like polity, history, other subjects such as economy, right? I will give you a complete book list in detail in the upcoming sessions. Now, focus should be on active reading and notes making, not just reading it in one go and then leaving the book. You need to read it actively. Every sentence should make sense to you, and you should also make really short notes from the NCRTs as well, right? Passive reading should not be your focus in UPSC at all. Now, standard books. Some standard books have been mentioned like Lakshmikant for polity, Spectrum for history, and NCRTs for geography. Now, you should make one rule that one subject should be focused with one source only. Multiple sources will never solve your problem. What students do is they buy two, three books for reading one subject. Let's say polity, you're reading from Lakshmikant also, DD Basu also. What will happen at the end of the day? You will have many books and you will end up leaving all of them. So, what you need to do is you need to focus on one standard source and read it multiple times. Then we have current affairs. The basic coverage of current affairs has to be from Hindu and Indian Express. You can also follow PIB because UPSC is increasingly asking questions from the content given in PIB. Right? This year's trend also showed the same. So you can just focus on Hindu, Indian Express, and PIB reading selectively. Now, again, you need to avoid irrelevant news. And how that will happen is when you memorize the syllabus, only then you will know what to read and what not to read. There are a lot of resources in the market, and the one that clears the exam is the one who knows what not to read firstly and then what to read comes second. So skipping irrelevant news is the most important aspect. Otherwise, what will happen is you will eventually go on reading newspaper for at least 3 to 4 hours, and you'll not get anything out of it. So reading newspaper for 1 hour is enough, given that you know what not to read in the newspaper. Another thing that we'll discuss is the daily routine. Now, many students think that for clearing UPSC, you need to study more than 12 hours per day. Now, UPSC, I'll tell you, is not a game of giving more number of hours. Rather, it is about consistency. It is absolutely fine if you just study 6 to 8 hours, but your focus should be on studying every day, right? Intensity should not be your focus, consistency should be. Now, how you can divide your day is 1 hour for the newspaper, and then you can pick in the starting, in the very beginning, you can pick two subjects per day. Okay, common mistakes that you need to avoid: just reading any particular source once and not giving it revisions. What will happen is after first reading, let's say you have 20 to 30% retention of what you read. But if you'll not revise it, your retention will come down to 5 to 7% in a week, and after a month you will not remember much of it. So whatever source you're picking, let's say you're reading Lakshmikant for polity, at least before prelims, you have to revise it 4 to 5 times for maximum retention. Now, second mistake, no answer writing. What students generally think is they will give prelims and start answer writing after prelims. But let me tell you, answer writing is not very easy task. You need to practice from the starting only, right? You need to write at least 100 to 200 answers in order to achieve time management on your part, because it's not really easy to write a 10 marker question within 7 minutes in the exam hall. So until and unless you practice answer writing, you're not going to achieve time management and proper structuring of the answer as well. Now PYQ focus should be a very important aspect of your preparation. PYQs for both prelims and mains. As you can see, many questions from the PYQs are not particularly the same question, but the theme of the question gets repeated. So until and unless you're giving proper focus to PYQs, you will not understand the type of question, the style of questions that UPSC asks. So try to focus on the PYQs. Another mistake is too many books. This we've already discussed. One subject should be read from one source, and there should be multiple revisions for every subject. So final message, uh, UPSC is not difficult, it is unstructured. So try to structure your preparation with our mentorship sessions, and one by one we will look at different aspects of mentorship, how I can help you, for instance, in answer writing, MCQ practice, how to, plan your strategy, etc. So with the right strategy, you will finally achieve selection. So you can comment your preparation status below, whether you're a beginner or already preparing. And our next video will target the syllabus breakdown. So thanks for watching the session. Goodbye.